Welcome back to our very relaxed and chilled out and totally not annoyed playthrough of Control on PS4 by Rocket Rap Commentaries, done by Cloud, who is easily the more cathartic and emotional between the two commentators, Cloud and Gerdat. And in this part, we're just going to take a deep breath and Bob Ross our way after probably one of the most annoying segments of the game, the Ranger Field Test. Took us numerous retries, and we're gonna read for a bit because reading is good for the brain. It stimulates
The object
activity.
is a guardhouse brand home safe. Weight measurements vary. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically gather items and debris from their surroundings. The object is currently bound by magic.
I like your little stabs at what the blank words are, although I'm pretty sure that you did flub because when a word starts with a vowel, it's preceded by the article an, not a.
The safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios. Allowing para-utilitarians to participate in altered engagements would be an advantage worth considering.
One of the common themes for these object of powers is that they're usually indestructible. They're indestructible, and you can't control like where they are, where they go. They seem to have a mind. They seem to have a mind of their own, practically. As we come to find out dramatically that the objects of power are tied to what Dr. Darling calls the collective human unconscious, which is gobbledygook for, well, there is a great part of human mental activity that is unknown and unknowable, so we might as well attribute it to a thing that might as well not even have the substance to exist, a collective human unconscious. I mean, we all know that there's no such thing as a collective human brain. However, you might as well attribute, that which is unconscious in one person's head to that which is unconscious in all of our heads.
The Tennyson report warning. Okay, there you go. I don't know if it was you guys, and I don't want to know. I'm not super keen on leading a witch hunt, so tell everyone in the sector to keep their heads down. Best not to be on anyone's radar right now, you know?
Signed A. Not sure who A is.
His name is Adam Anderson.
Aaron A. Adamson.
Aaron A. Adams?
It's a swan, sir. It's approximately 2 feet in height, with a long, slender beak, and puffy white feathers.
These can crush you, can't they?
Nah, they just they just take the time getting out of the way because they wanted to raise their dramatic attention. Ah, I see. We're blocked. You know what you do when you're blocked? You turn around.
Actually, in games like this, you dive off the edge at every point, attempting to find out where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, there's two problems with that. One is you lose 10% of your credits every time you die, and second,
like you
lose 10% of your life. You lose 10% of your remaining lifespan every time you die in this game because the load times are, well, let's face it, they could be a lot better. But this game is rather advanced. It has to hold a lot of information.
So this is a new combat encounter, but you're still not fighting them. Huh.
I mean, I've already been here. I'm all set with fighting these clowns. Although it looks like I'm deciding to go for it because I'm feeling ballsy. You gotta trust in your balls. Okay, now water wait around a bit, recharge your meter, use shield in order to change your position. Very good. Shield will work most of the time. Actually, I think where it usually fails is when enemies are using explosive type weapons. I don't know what this is, but
throw the janitor's closet at them.
Toolbox. Oh, it explodes. That is very amusing to me. I like it when I throw things that explode on contact.
Filing boxes.
Yep, remember the combat basics. Use crouch in order to stay safe. Behind cover. Punch him. Make him bleed. You do not have clearance level 4. You shall not pass.
Mind you, Gandalf also does not have clearance level 4, so...
Black Rock Processing.
I don't think we need to get over to Blackrock. I'm pretty sure we're still trying... Yeah, we're still trying to get to the security booth. Is the security booth even labeled on our map?
Maybe. We're still at the stage. We're still at the being guided by videos off camera portion of the game. So if it appears that I don't know where I'm going, it's because I don't know where I'm going.
Okay. This is a restroom past Cloud.
Now, how am I supposed to reach the shitter? There's a goddamn treasure chest in the way. Heh, somebody forgot to refill the paper towel dispenser. I feel like smashing things. I'm gonna hold back my aggression for a moment. Back to the power plant. Okay, the security booth.
Why don't we just follow the right-hand wall to get into the other area?
Yep, so just
That's the left-hand wall past Cloud. Dang it!
Build a pathway. You have a map. You have question mark icons. Question mark icons only indicate places you haven't been to. But as we've come to find out in this game, is that as confusing as the oldest house is, it still mostly obeys the laws of the physical universe. There has to be a pathway there in order for me to reach it. You can't just teleport there.
Usually.
Guys?
I mean, if security breach has taught us anything, it's the fact that void gliding is a tactic that is almost always accessible, even if they don't want it to be.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I had to turn around from this wall. Why is this wall blocked? Open. Damn you. I don't like you. You suck. You're blocking me.
You don't have to kill the hiss that are up there. They're not even engaging you. They're just persons.
Frustration is defined as a human emotion specifically triggered by blockages in what we consider progress, like finding food, water, or the pathway to solving your next video game-based objective.
This area specifically reminds me a lot of going through the inner bowels of Balam Garden. And honestly, that mini dungeon was interesting, but it had a very anticlimactic boss fight because the oil boils were the boss fight for that, but they were treated as a mini boss.
Use your mind.
Right-hand wall past Cloud. Right-hand wall.
Right. Left. Oh, thank fucking God. It's a new icon. You should probably try pushing it. Later abilities will...
room, Mr. Cloud.
Later abilities will make a lot of sense out of how spaced out and height-driven everything is right now. But for right now, you are locked on the ground floor, and you got to work your way up. You know, kind of like Dark Souls. Except Dark Souls will actually put you at a height higher than where you're supposed to go because of falling damage risks, and also because, you know, I mean, except of course for Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1, you have a stupid fucking fall damage cancel that is totally exploitable and will help you get through Blighttown in no time at all because of how fucking ridiculous and over the top stupid it is. Most of the time, you will have to follow the ladder system. Come on, get more health. Yeah, you hate dying. You hate dying, don't you?
Additional health doesn't actually prevent you from dying so much, but, you know, that's what it's supposed to do, so...
Well, it doesn't stop you from dying by falling into pits, which is one of my least favorite ways of dying in this game because it's instant death. And because you probably had to learn that the pit was there as a result of falling into the pit, which is the surest way of knowing that there is a pit there, and also infinite retries. Okay, so little strides in progress. We have improved our character. With our improved character, we're gonna finally find the security door.
Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Hey, we found him.
Thank fucking God. Talk. Say things, word man.
We're on the same side. My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, new director. It's a pleasure. Ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden. Ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but...
Yeah, you're goddamn right. I've been lost for the past 5 minutes. I've been taking my viewers along for a ride. Let's move on, please.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing. Salvador
So why is it called the NSC?
in case of an attack.
Good question. It's a secret.
Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling, he's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it.
Uh-oh.
Alarm at it. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and
Which isn't as much as you think.
I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
Oh yeah, we got a new problem now. Is that the hiss is trying to kill everybody inside, pretty much, and it knows that it can do this by destroying. Well, by turning the water, coolant, and pressure electrical systems basically into a ticking time bomb.
Have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out.
Salvador's already taken over,
Sure
right?
has a lot of faith in his boss.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already fought Salvador. He escaped through the butthole of life. We'll have to follow him through the butthole, and we will find that not everybody who travels through the butthole of life ends up smelling good on the other side.
Okay, so coolant pumps and energy converters. Those are probably going to be on opposite ends of the main tank. But to be perfectly honest, that should mean that we, as he said, a bunch of the doors should be more open for us now. So.
Yeah, after we finally found the fucking guy. Like, of course I should have just went to the door that has the sign security over it. Because he's the security chief. So he's probably in the security sector. Ooh, more reading.
Correspondence for Arish.
Escapes object of power? Oops.
Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide on the next steps.
Yes, the hiss is attacking us where we are most vulnerable.
In
Using
our secondary citizens that are, just bystanders and all this.
That it will build on our hatred of other people and the goddamn annoying things that they do that we're exposed to on a daily basis because we share an office space with them.
What, are you not allowed to use that elevator?
I mean, there's a lot of things I haven't been allowed to do. I'm not allowed to talk to
I
my
don't even know
staff.
if you
I'm not
tried
allowed
to use the elevator past Cloud.
Maybe it's not the correct pathway.
But you could have at least tried it. See, this elevator is still locked off. You can tell because it has a red light on it. But the other one had an interactable button.
My God, you may be right.
Ugh, past Cloud.
You know, that is a really fucking tight little niche right there that they put that little security booth. In the next part, we will make story progress.
I hope so.